Hello YouTube, it's me, the Student Witch, and I am preparing for the autumn equinox. Since I've gotten my big ass sketchbook that I'm gonna turn into my grimoire, I've been thinking about what officially do I want to write down? Like, what do I really want in this book forever and ever? And let me put it back over there. Okay, it's really heavy. And I've written my dedication in pencil. I'm waiting for my husband to mail my markers back up to me because I have some like calligraphy markers, but I left them in Georgia because I didn't have room in my suitcase when I came back up here. So he's gonna mail them to me in a few weeks. But in the meantime, I wrote my dedication in pencil. I've numbered the pages, and I've been thinking, since the Autumn Equinox, or Mabon, if that's what you call it, since that's coming up on Wednesday, I thought about the seasons and the rituals around the seasons of the sun, as in the cycle of the sun. What do they mean to me? What offerings do I always want to give every year? What colors do I associate with them? So I started that process this morning, and I think as each season or each ritual goes by, I'm gonna write down and confirm everything in my grimoire. So as some of you may know, I don't really go by the wheel of the year, like the Wiccan wheel of the year. I'm more focused on the solstices, the winter and summer solstice, and then the equinoxes as in-between points. And Samhain / Halloween / Day of the Dead / All Souls Day / whatever you want to call it, that time for me is going to be a celebration of death, which for non-witchy people that might sound like a contradiction, but for us, witchy folk, we know you need to respect and build a relationship with death. So that's what Halloween or Samhain is going to be for me. So, autumn equinox. What type of drink could I prepare for the autumn equinox? I can do wassail, like spiced apple cider. I can buy pumpkin beer, which is my favorite. What kind of offerings can I give? Apple slices, orange slices, bread, because this is the time when all the grains are being harvested, What are my color associations? Orange, gold, reds. What are things that I associate with this season? The autumn equinox, leaves turning colors, pumpkins, cinnamon brooms. And what color candle would I work with? A red candle, which I have, which is apple cinnamon scent. And it would represent warmth and protection of the home, warmth as the weather starts to get cooler and as the days start to get shorter. And also red, the color of the setting sun. The sun slowly disappearing as we head towards the winter solstice. So yeah, I was just writing down my associations, my ideas, and I had to go to Trader Joe's. I usually do my grocery shopping in Trader Joe's. And I thought, well, why don't I go ahead and buy some of the things I'm going to use for my altar and my rituals this autumn equinox. So one thing I thought to do is this weekend, probably between today and tomorrow, I want to try to dry apple, orange, and lemon slices with my oven. I do not have a dehumidifier. Someday I will. But I've been doing a little bit of research on YouTube and finding out that it is possible to do in the oven on a low temperature, 200 degrees for 2 or 3 hours. So I went ahead and bought some Granny Smith apples because I love the green color and they're nice sturdy apples. So I'm going to cut these in very thin slices, take the seeds out, put them on a baking sheet with tin foil, stick the slices in the oven for 2 hours on 200 degrees, and I'll probably make some videos about that. So I'm going to dry some apple slices, lemon, and orange slices. And then I also bought some cinnamon sticks at Trader Joe's. These were only $1.99. And cinnamon is one of those spices that you really want to invest in if you're going to consume it, I think, or make a loose incense with it. But since I'm using this cinnamon for kind of a crafty project to decorate my altar and decorate my home for the season, as well as use it for its protective properties, the $1.99 cinnamon sticks at Trader Joe's, they smell good, but they don't have much of a smell. They're not too pungent, but they'll do for a crafty project. $2, I can't really complain. Can't get it back in there. So what I'm going to do with these dried orange and apple and lemon slices with the cinnamon sticks is I'm going to kind of make a garland with them. I'm going to string them on, well, these strings. I have here a beautiful red color, a beautiful orange color, and then a beautiful like saffron goldish yellow color. So these are the colors of the season. So I'm going to string these apples and orange slices along with cinnamon sticks and kind of make a garland. And I know I definitely want one hanging above my altar upstairs, and I want to have one down here on the first floor too. I just haven't figured out where I want to put it. Maybe somewhere close to the door, so as you enter you see it. I don't know. But that's my first crafty project for the autumn equinox. And my second kind of crafty project is to make my own smudge stick. I really like the idea of making my own smudge sticks, like drawing my own herbs and making a smudge stick out of them. And I know it would be awesome to grow the herb yourself and then make a smudge stick out of it, but I live in an apartment and I can't have a garden. So instead I buy my herbs. So at Trader Joe's, these were, how much were these? $1.69 each. So I got sage, rosemary, and thyme, and I'm going to use all of this to make one big smudge stick. And I like the idea of, for every equinox or solstice, drying my own smudge stick so I can use it the next year, the next season. So the smudge stick that I'm going to make now, I'm going to let it dry and sit and collect energy for a year, and then starting on the autumn equinox next year, that's when I'm going to start lighting it and using it to smudge my home, which I do about once a week or once every 2 weeks, and use in rituals, seasonal rituals and things like that. So that's my plan for that, and I'm going to use the same color combinations for that. And then, oh, the last thing, and this is awesome. To decorate my altar, I have a glass vase that I usually like to put seasonal flowers in. Like, for the springtime, I'll just get flowers at the grocery store, like carnations and roses and things like that. But for autumn, I either like to go collect branches with leaves that are going through the color changing process, or I got this at Trader Joe's today, and this is awesome. Oh, it's kind of heavy. Check this out. Is this not the most awesome thing ever? I don't know what these actually are. A woman on the bus was asking me about it when I was on my way home from the grocery store. And she thought they almost look like tomatoes or persimmons. That's what she said. That's what she said. Anyway, I have a 15-year-old at heart. But at least at Trader Joe's, they called it a pumpkin tree because, I mean, they look like little baby pumpkins and they're a beautiful bright orange color. And this was only $7.99. So this is what I'm going to put up on my altar to mark the season. This is awesome. So I love this. They had it last year and I didn't buy it last year because I thought it was fake, but it's real. Like, these are real branches with little, some sort of fruit on them that look like pumpkins. So those are my Autumn Equinox / Mabon plans. I'll let you guys know how all of this turns out. And I hope everyone has a beautiful equinox and a beautiful ritual. Okay, bye.